how you're doing with anything, you forget it.
Right. This is what I was dealing with, so this is what I gotta fix. Like, I have a little shift indicator, you know, it tells you what gear you're in.
Yeah.
I like it. I got an app that I can move around and put it wherever I want, and it's nice and big, and I can see it. Because sometimes, you know, coming in a corner, it's nice to know what gear you're in without having to look at a tiny little thing on the dash and look for it the last second. So I know right where it's at. Well, anyway, during the last race, it had somehow managed to expand itself to full screen. And with not transparency, so
yeah, it makes it difficult to see anything.
Yeah. Here we go.
Welcome, race fans. Welcome, welcome. Want to welcome everybody out. We got a little bit high on that audio. All right. Want to welcome everybody out tonight to Formula One Procraft, Formula One Racing here with iRacing. This is Ron with Bigg Wizurd TV in the booth with you tonight. I'm a little handicapped since I am on the road in another state, away from home, away from all my good gear. But we are underway with qualifying. A little bit late start here on the broadcast, but I appreciate you guys being with me tonight. Like I said, Ron here in the booth. Yeah. And we are rocking and rolling with the Procraft Formula One Series historic racing tonight. Let's see if I can get all my little ducks in a row. Just back into my rig remotely, doing everything from far away tonight. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for being patient. Let me know right away if you can't hear me or you can't hear cars or something like that. That's nuts that we had problems with last week. Apologize for all that again, but we are online and rocking and rolling tonight. Let me double check that everything's working correctly. Over here, and let's see. Sounds like it's working. All right, everybody. Boy, we've got some awesome historic racing action for you tonight. We are at Long Beach. Let's take a look at Long Beach. Here it is, 11 corners. We're looking at the street circuit here. It's nearly 2 miles, just barely short of 2 miles in the city of Long Beach, California, on the coast, southern coast of California. 11 corners. Elevation is only 4 meters at the start-finish line. That's just a few feet, 14 feet off of sea level. First race here, 1975, with Formula One. and this place is bumpy and rough and wild. The car we're using tonight is the Lotus 79. You can see on the screen. Ran in 1978, this car. And this one is very high powered. The rear tires are larger for a good reason, to get some grip and not just spin. Very complicated car to drive. Big shout out to these guys running their qualifying laps right now. Luke and Eric up top on the timing chart. Those guys running in the 110 number there for Eric Heater. Eric Heater Motorsports with Luke Peters, his teammate, are on the top of the chart tonight. Looks like front row lockout so far, and with only 50 seconds to go in qualifying, it looks like they might have it. Ed Smith in tonight in the 605, and Christian Bishop, our championship leader, followed by Morgan Teggy, Bob Wallace in the 666, Vincent Tramontana, Will Edwards. A couple drivers that weren't here last week got them in here this week, so it's pretty exciting to have all those guys in here on the track with us tonight. Missed them last time. There is an alarm going off. I just found it. Ha! All right. Got that turned off. All right. Let's see. Let's get some stats, get some details, tell you about what's going on tonight with the race as we just finish up qualifying. They do have a couple minutes, but the qualifying session is over. They'll be able to complete their laps and to see if anybody can outrun them. No tire compounds tonight, but we do have fuel. Fuel will be part of the game. So tonight, they don't have to change compounds, but they do have to come in and pit stop for fuel, and they may get tires when they come in. So let's go through who's out here. Let's see, teams, photos, drivers, standings. Let's hit that first. Our standings so far, Christian Bishop out in front, 123 points after 4 races. Chris Springer in second spot with 110, just 13 points back. And Brandon Dooley in the third spot with 101 points, followed by Adam Novotny, Morgan Teggy, Bob Wallace, Josh Lowe, Vincent Tramontana, Kelly Bishop, and Luke Peters. Now, Luke has only been in 2 races so far. He has missed the last couple, but he has a victory already, as well as 2 wins for Christian Bishop and 1 for Brandon Dooley in Harry Lama Racing. Christian is part of the Space Sheep Racing team. Chris Springer, Brandon Dooley in Harry Lama Racing. Adam Novotny, Morgan Teggy in Rust Belt Racing. Bob Wallace running Zero Fox Given Racing. Josh Lowe in Red Bull Racing. Vincent Tramontana, Eagle Race Team. Kelly Bishop is Christian's teammate in Space Sheep Racing Team. And Luke Peters and Eric Heater are in Eric Heater Motorsports. That's your championship, and the starting field is starting up with Eric Heater Motorsports on the top of the pile as they get lined up here. Let's get our camera looking at the right stuff as they line them up. Let's see if I can get this to come up correctly this time. It didn't like me a minute ago. I have a little tool that helps me see what's going on. There it is. There's one half of it. There's the other half, but it's way too big. Definitely interesting. Looks like it is manageable. Hang on just a second, I'll have it. Doing everything remote tonight is a little challenging. I'll admit, it's not the preferred way to do it. But let's go with TV mixed on the most exciting for the minute here. See if we can get my control box to work the way I want it. Come on now. There we go. Welcome to the world. All right. All right, well, we're lining them up. We got a couple minutes as they get started. We are about to go green here at Long Beach with the historic Lotus 79s. The field is filling in. We got a couple drivers to go. Eric Heater and Luke Peters on the front row, with Ed Smith, Christian Bishop on row 2, Morgan Teggy, Bob Wallace, row 3, and Vincent Tramontana is starting there on row 4. And we will be following them. We're getting close. There they go. The green flag has dropped, and away they go. Oh, will they keep it clean as they go into the first area, down this long straightaway, into this first hard left-hand corner? It's clean so far. Everybody's being nice and neat. Not line of stern. We got some side-by-side going, but they do make it through turn 1. Now they're going to go through the fountain area. Oh, a little bump, a little hit. Oh, and into the wall, but he saves it. That was Will Edwards hanging on to it there. Oh, and we got a turn. We got a spin in the back. That was not good. Back underway. We do have the healing damage on tonight, so that's going to help. That's going to help them keep them going. But that was a drop. We'll have to figure out where that was in the back of the pack. That did not look good there in the beginning. See if I can make a couple adjustments to make this easier for me to see. I think I mentioned I've got a little screen remotely looking at another screen miles and miles away here. But we'll get it for you. We want to make sure we keep everything up and running tonight and keep our race on the air. So if you have any questions or anything you want to comment out, let me know what's making mistakes or anything like that. Give me a shout here on the stream. I'm trying to monitor best I can. Let's see, standings. Let's get some more drivers out there. How's that? More peeps. Okay, there's your field. Looks like we're going to finish up lap 1 pretty clean. Eric Heater on the point, with Ed Smith in chase as they come down the long back straight to the line to finish up lap number 2. Yeah, this is challenging. I don't have my control screen able to reach. I can't reach my control screen while I'm watching, so we'll see how it goes. We'll make it work anyway. Really appreciate you guys tuning in tonight, keeping Bigg Wizurd TV going here, and supporting the Procraft Formula 1 race team. Eric has the point. Eric in the... see, that's my problem. If I could make it so I could see what car they were in, that would help. Let's see. This might work. Let's see. Eric's here in the 28. We got him out front. Now, Eric's teammate, Luke, he was the one that raced last time in the Historics and won in the number 50. He is not currently in the top 9 drivers, so he's not where he wants to be. Ed Smith was missing last week. Came back today with a vengeance here at Long Beach. He is flying out there. He is in second spot, just 2 seconds back from Eric Heater. Now these guys do have to pit. There will be a pit stop. There is a limit on fuel. Somewhere between lap 11 and the end of the race, they will have to come in to top off. This is a 49 lap race. It's only 1 minute around the racetrack. It's pretty quick around. So they will be they'll be coming in somewhere probably after lap 20. The question is, will they get tires when they come in to get their fuel stop? It does take a little longer in these cars. It's not like it's not like in the new Formula 1 racing, where they can just swap the tires quickly. It doesn't work that way. And that was Josh Lowe just taking over that spot from Christian Bishop. That's P7. Christian started up on the second row, has dropped back. Morgan Teggy moving up. Josh Lowe holding on to that seventh spot, but Christian not wanting to give that back up very easily. As you can see, that battle is hot at the moment. Here comes Christian around the outside. He's going to see if he can outbrake him, but decides better to not push that one at that spot. That carousel right there is, oh, and there goes, is that Josh? That is Josh coming around in the carousel. Was just about to say that carousel is a very tricky part of the track. As Kelly Bishop gets by, Josh gathers it back up and keeps it going. That is going to hurt, though. With these older cars, tires are critical. So that spin right there from Josh Lowe, that is going to make it so his tires are hot, and it's going to make it very difficult for him to stick to the racetrack. So he's going to have to probably fall a little bit back behind Kelly for a couple laps and then gather that back up and keep it going. But great save, only lost two positions as Christian gets by Will Edwards. Let's see if we can catch that action as that happened. And I need to fight my computer again. Please don't fight me. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we can catch that. Ooh, that's going to be hard to do. Let's follow this along a little bit. See what happens to let Christian get by. Looks like a couple drivers got by. Might have had an incident here. Going through the fountain area. This turn 5 up here is a little tricky. Did not hit the wall, though. Oh, there it is. There it is. He gets loose. That's an off-camber corner. Will gets loose, bounces off the wall, has to stay. Whoa, that was close. Backing up into traffic. That was pretty crazy there. Let's get you back to live racing. And we'll go up to the front of the field to our leader, Eric Heater, now pulling off a 4-second lead, running flawless at the moment. Eric out front ahead of Ed Smith in the second spot. Eric in that teal-colored Lotus 79. Running the fastest lap of the race so far. Just beat it just now as he crosses the line. And that finishes up lap number 6. And looks like Eric is the one on point and the one to beat tonight. We'll see how he does for his pit stops and see if anything happens in the race. Ed Smith in the 605 in P2, the Pennzoil Chaparral painted car. And he is doing his best to stay close. He's definitely staying closer than anybody else. Morgan Teggy, last week's second place driver, here in the light blue and white with purple. That is Morgan in Rust Belt Racing, and he is 10 seconds behind Ed Smith and 15 off the lead. Bob Wallace is actually pretty close in the 666. He is not that far back from Morgan in P4. Only 2 seconds the gap there. These cars are definitely a handful. Josh Lowe, one of the better drivers out here on the circuit. We saw him have a spin. Will Edwards, we saw him spin. This is a tough car to run. So, all right, there is Bob, and there's another change. Will and let's see what's going on. Oh, another spin. Oh, that is Will Edwards. Let's see if we can see what happened to Will. Oh, he just loses it coming through the corner. Around the carousel. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. Will was running pretty good. He had to back it up a couple times. get it straightened out. They do have the damage repair on there, so he's got that fixed. And back going again. Let's check in on Christian Bishop here. He is in P5. Now just 5 seconds back. What do we got? We got messages coming in. Make sure it's nothing that I broke. Because, you never know with me out here. I break all kinds of things. But so far, I think this one's working. So hopefully no breakage tonight. Christian Bishop working lap number 8, crosses the line, starts number 9 in P5, 4.8 seconds behind Bob Wallace, 24 seconds off the lead. Eric Heater just throwing down the laps, another 1:11, full second ahead of anybody else on the racetrack right now, every lap. So he is just pulling away. Now got a 6-second lead over Ed Smith in second. Morgan Teggy, Bob Wallace, Christian Bishop. Let's go check in on Josh Lowe. Had a really rough start, but looks like he's got it calmed down, moved back up into the P6 position in that John Player special historic paint scheme. Very beautiful paint these guys have come up with for these cars. But this is Josh in P6. After his spin, 42 seconds off the lead. Kelly Bishop in the 69 car. Teammates with Christian Bishop, and that's Space Sheep Racing team. And Kelly is 44 seconds, just a little bit behind Josh here. And then just about 6 seconds behind Josh, we've got Will Edwards in the 888. 14 cars on track tonight, 14. Is our number of drivers here on the historic track of Long Beach, historic Long Beach with the historic Lotus 79. First raced in 1975. This is the 1978 version of the Formula One car. And man, it is just a beautiful piece of machinery. It looks like a racing wing. Let's see, Skylar Vickery is in the 12 car. He is, whoa. Is that Josh? I think that was Josh. Let's check it. I believe that was Josh again. My replay's not working. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think this is after the spin. Sorry about that. Josh having a hard time holding on to that car. These things, like I said, these things are a handful. So we get back up to real time. And Josh back to 6th now, moves Christian up to 5th. That might be where they were. Will still in 7th spot. Kelly Bishop was our recipient of the last spin. Skylar Vickery gets by in the 12 car. Try to keep an eye on the order as they drop down. Now it looks like Luke Peters, Vincent is Vincent off the track? Luke is still out here. Oh, what are you doing to me, man? What are you doing to me? Yeah, Luke's out here. Vincent, however, is not. Vincent has left the track. So Vincent and Andrew Dijon never started the race. Let's go back to Jason Chess in the 255. Jason running in P9. So 12 drivers still on track now. 2 of them didn't make the start or didn't get past the start. I think Vincent did start the race, but didn't. He may have been the one bouncing around down that carousel area. As we watch Jason Chess, Jason's just a minute off the lead. Theo Bishop, Luke Peters, and Kelly Bishop has gone in the pits. Kelly Bishop has pit on lap 11. He is in pit lane now. And that lets Theo Bishop and Luke Peters by. Theo in the 36 car. And Luke Peters also a lap down. Let's see if we can get a gap here. Jason Chess 23 seconds. Luke Peters in the 50. Yeah, he is now 5 seconds behind Christian Bishop, who is in 5th place. Kelly Bishop coming out of the pit lane. And it looks like Luke gets by him, putting Kelly a lap down to the field. Is that 2 laps down for Kelly? Yeah, that's 2 down for Kelly. So he has spun, come back in, got some tires, and on his way. You'll see the tire compounds don't matter tonight. They're just red and red because there is no tire compound. Everybody gets the same tire all the time, the whole race through. Your strategy is fuel and the ability to drive the car without making a mistake. And Eric Heater has definitely done that and showing the class of the field. This looks like the same car as Luke, but it is not. This is the number 28 of our leader, Eric Heater from Eric Heater Motorsports, and he is on rails. Still dropping those 111s. Now, Ed Smith has stopped the bleeding, shall we say, in the 605. He is in the Pennzoil Chaparral painted vehicle Lotus, and he is running 7.5 seconds, almost little off of 8 seconds off the lead. And Ed has figured it out. He is now running in those 11-second laps and only 2/10 off the leader this last lap. So Ed has figured out that, whoa, we go buy another car that's off the pace, shall we say. Didn't see who that was. But, Ed Smith in P2, and he is also now pulling away from the field as he now has a 13-second gap back to Morgan Teggy in the 88 car. Morgan Teggy in the blue and white 88 car. You see that beautiful Bigg Wizurd TV logo on the bottom side of his front wing. Morgan, I need to talk to you, buddy. I need to talk to you about that Bigg Wizurd TV logo. It might be in the wrong place because it's under the front wing, dude. Come on, man. Help me out here. Help me out. Throw my Bigg Wizurd TV logo on top of the front wing so we can see it. Beautiful car, though. White and light blue. Little purple accent on there. Nice looking car tonight. One team I'm missing is Harry Lama Racing. Not on track tonight. We're missing both drivers from Harry Lama Racing. So that is a rough one. And you know, I don't know who to root for tonight either, but it looks like Eric Heater is the one we need to root for because he's flying out there, Rex, a lot. He is hauling the mail. He has now stretched his lead to 10 seconds over Ed Smith. If Eric makes a mistake somewhere, I think Ed has a chance to catch. But if Eric can continue running the next 30 laps like he's already run the first 15, he's got 35 to go, he is going to be one tough guy to catch. Now, we do still have a pit stop required for everybody. Luke has made his, but can he go? I don't think he can go that whole way. They only get 40% of the regular fuel load, so that is not going to be enough to finish this race without pulling in the pits. I'm missing all the teams. The teams aren't all here tonight. A lot of things going on in the world that keep the drivers away. This is a game, after all. And iRacing is the name of the game. iRacing.com is where you go to find out more about it. If you want to race, there's room. There's room to race. So, bring it. Do it. As Christian has caught Theo, goes by pretty quickly. And now running down Bob Wallace, 4 seconds ahead. Never count Christian out. We're talking about who to root for, and Eric's out front, but Christian is always lurking, man. He's always there. He's 33 seconds off the pace right now. But You know, it's a long race, long way to go, and he always seems to have something to keep it interesting. Definitely something. Here's Ed Smith going around last lap traffic of Skylar Vickery, and the lead lap now is just 7 cars, and Will Edwards in the 888 is at risk here of being passed by the leader. Will he be able to hang on to that in the 888? Let's see. He should be. No, we can't see. There he is. There's the leader behind him. You can see him coming down the back chute as they come into the left-hander, or the right-hander, and then the left-hand carousel. This is a tricky part of the track. I think we've seen a couple guys spin here in this carousel, but it looks like everybody's got it pretty well calmed down, and we're running line astern here. Everybody's kind of in order, running through the field. Eric Heater, Ed Smith, Morgan Teggy, Bob Wallace, Christian Bishop, Josh Lowe, Will Edwards, Skylar Vickery, Jason Chess, and Theo Bishop are the top 10, followed by Luke Peters and Kelly Bishop, both a lap down. Will Edwards, like we say, we're watching him right now. He is the last car on the lead lap, trying to hold off the leader, but he is gaining over a second per lap. Will running 117s, and the leader in the 112 mark, 111.9. I have a feeling it's going to be this lap or the next that we'll see one more car go a lap down, and Josh Lowe is barely 9 seconds in front of this pair. As we see, there it goes. Will slows down to let the leader go by. I want to apologize for the limited interaction I have tonight. I am remote, but so I can't do a whole lot. I'm a little restricted because I've got a single little laptop screen remoted into my triples at home, trying to make all this work. But still going to make it work. Still going to keep it rolling. Going to keep it live here on the air. Theo Bishop just gets by. Let's see if we can see what's going on there, as he is racing closely with Luke Peters. And that is for position. Luke just got by there for P10. And that's Luke in the 10th spot. Oh, Vincent. That was odd. Kelly Bishop. I think something happened to Kelly. Kelly is back in the pits. Let's see if we can see what might have happened to Kelly. Oh, come on, really? Kelly in the 69. Ooh, hard into the wall. Hard into the wall. There we go. Well, and then off to the pit lane. So that makes it tough. The cars slide. The tires get hot. This track is bumpy. Why aren't we live? What's going on? Hello. Uh-oh, are we watching? Oh, okay, I know what happened. Sorry, my whole stream just dropped. Sorry, we're sitting there looking at Kelly's car in the pit lane, trying to get my remote connection back. Oh, no bueno! I can't adjust it. I can't change it. Come on, reconnect. My connection dropped. Whether I'm stuck here in the hotel, bad internet, or something happened at the house, but I've lost my remote connection to my computer at home. Let me see what I can do from the phone. Not going to be easy, not going to be fun, but something's got to give here. Come on. There we go. Well, I think I have an echo. A bad echo. I'm gonna have to figure that out. So we'll let you guys keep watching the action, and I will be back as soon as I can figure this out. Okay. I think that's better. I don't have the echo. All right. Well, we're still going. We saw a little bump and run there with Kelly Bishop. And I think Kelly is either in the pits or dropped the race because he's off the screen. We've lost Kelly. Yeah, he has left the building. So he's called it a day. And Luke is still running. Luke is in the 10th spot. Let's go back up to the front and see his teammate, what he's up to. Eric Heater still on the point. Let's see if I can make that any bigger. I know there's a way to do it. Okay, this might help. All right, 15 seconds the gap now. And Eric's still running the 111. It's 111.5 last time by. Quick lap so far tonight with a 111.0. He is just flying. There's nobody out there in the same class. Ed Smith is close, but no one else is running in the same class as this guy. Eric Heater has this one in hand. We'll see if Ed has anything for him. But this one looks like it's a battle for the back positions. This Ed Heater has this one up front as long as he can run clean. Now he is gathering up some lap traffic. He has now just the top 5 left on the lead lap. He's gotten by Josh Lowe, who is right behind him, and right in front of him is that's the 36 car, and that car is Theo Bishop, lap down already. Theo in the 11th spot. He is catching him to put him a second lap down. Hopefully you're not hearing my excellent echo. I know it's out there. I can hear it. But we'll keep everything going here, and maybe I can fix that echo so I don't hear it, even if you're not. Okay, rocking and rolling, still going strong. There's Theo in the back. He is trying to keep the leader behind him, but that is not going to take long as Eric Heater now just 16 seconds the gap. Eric is in the pits. Eric has gone into the pit lane. Eric getting his service in the 28. Coming out of the pit lane now. There's our first of the leaders through the pit lane. Looks like it went pretty clean for him. We'll see if Ed has anything on an overcut. As here comes Eric out of the pit lane back onto the circuit. Now, that you saw that little corner where he came out of the pit lane, there's a little blue line. You got to stay all the way over to the right, exiting pit lane until you get to the very edge of that corner and clip the blue cone. The blue cone is actually in the fence. It tells you when you can start turning over. You have to stay tight against the fence till you hit the blue cone, and then you can go through the corner. So you can get a penalty. That's a 40-second hold penalty in the pits if you do that. Ed Smith in the 605 has taken the point. If we can get this to flip to the Pennzoil Chaparral, watching Ed here go down the front stretch. Not pitting yet, lap 27. So it looks like Eric Heater decides to go in. That's a 30-second stop. We'll get his exact time here in a minute when he comes around and finishes his first lap. But Ed currently on the point, 21 seconds the gap, and 42 seconds the pit stop for Eric. And I'm assuming he got tires. Yes, he did. It does show that Eric picked up a new set of rubber to finish the second half of the race. He went and split it exactly in half. He did 25 laps on the first set of tires, and he's going to do 24 on the second. It's a 49-lap race tonight. So we'll see how that goes. But his pit stop was 42 seconds, unless Ed decides to go without tires and see if he can close the gap. Ed has a 21-second gap at the moment. And let's see, Eric's outlap was a 141. But Ed is moving. Ooh, Bob Wallace is now in the pit lane for his fuel. We'll see if he gets tires. I'm not sure we can actually see the car. Bob does have to let him go there as he comes out of the pits and slots in behind Luke, who has already taken his stop, but Luke is 2 laps down. So Bob back on track in the 666. The No Fox race team. Our leader Ed in the 605 has not yet come in. Christian Bishop is now in the pits. In the 26, getting his service. And my computer's not responding to what I'm telling it to do. So I may have lost my remote connection again, but at least watch some action. There it goes as we go to the 26 car. Right behind Josh Lowe. Right behind him. As they go down the front stretch. Great drafting opportunity here, but Josh has the better turn in on turn 2 there. The end of the long straight. Really tough to pass through the fountain section. But this area here, and Christian comes around, gets it fixed, but he has to let Ed go by. That puts him a lap down, as well as Luke Peters getting by, and now Skyler on his tail. He's going to have to gather that back up. That is not going to help his chances, as he just came in the pit lane not too long ago, and that puts Christian a lap down to the lead and drops him back quite a bit off of Josh Lowe. We'll see where that gap comes in. Looks like it's about 8 seconds now, as he was right on his bumper and now drops back 8 seconds off the point there. Now Eric Heater, who has pit, is 14 seconds behind Josh, so that little bobble there is really going to hurt, or not behind Josh, behind Christian. It's really going to hurt Christian, because now it looks like Eric may have a chance now to lap him before the end of the race. He's going to have, man, right now, only 4 cars left on the lead lap. These guys are flying, and only one of those has had a pit stop. As we see Christian going through the fountain section. This is where he spun last lap. Not going to do it by himself. He just did it as he was creeping up on the bumper of Josh Lowe. We switch over to Bob. And then to Ed, which is where I was trying to go with it, but it keeps moving around a little delayed. Not sure my clicks are actually clicking through the remote screen. We're back up to Ed Smith in the 605. He is our leader. Not yet pit, but Eric Heater has picked up 3 seconds since, well, looks like 21, 3 seconds since the pit stop. And as we watch Bob go through the hairpin. That hairpin, that final corner, number 11, that is a very difficult corner in any car. I've driven this racetrack in multiple cars. And I'll tell you what, that turn 11 and turn 2 are the toughest parts of this racetrack. Well, I take that back. There's a lot of tough parts of this racetrack. I'm going to switch this over to most exciting and let iRacing decide where to put your camera, because it's not listening to me anyway. We're going to watch Christian Bishop for a minute, but I'm going to switch over to the screen. I can see what's going on. Or hey, at least I thought I could. But now I can't see anything. Isn't that great? Yeah, my connection to home is gone again. Let's see if I can get it back. Some hotels' internet is better than others. Here we go. Oh, and that is Josh Lowe coming around. That is right after that. Right. Oh, and he's got his teammate also having some trouble. That's Theo Bishop, also in the wall. He's getting that recovered. Just past the fountain section there, turn 2. Okay, turn 1. I guess this doesn't count the whole long, big front stretch as a turn. So what I've been calling turn 2 is turn 1 on this map. But I'm telling you what, that turn 1, that left-hander, it's extremely treacherous because you're trying to go through there as fast as you possibly can after that long straightaway. It's a great passing opportunity, but definitely a challenge. Now, Morgan still has not pit. Ed Smith has gone in, taken tires, and is now in third behind Morgan, but only 10 seconds the gap. And Eric, he spent 42 seconds. Bob, 40. He's the quickest so far, along with Will Edwards. But it looks like 40 seconds is the pit stop. 10 seconds is not going to help Morgan hold on to that P2 position, but he does look like he's got... it'll be a pretty close run with Christian Bishop, who has also pit and gotten tires. We'll see how long it takes Morgan to get in and get his tires. as we swing over to Skylar Vickery in the 12 car, and then back over to Eric Heater out front, who just goes by. Skylar put him a lap down ×2. Eric with the tires changed, still running 111s. 111.9 last time by. Fresh set of tires now after lap 26. He's got about 8 laps on those tires and still going strong. On the point, he has a 7-second lead over Morgan Teggy, who's running in the 112, 113 range. Morgan does not have enough to gain on our leader, but there's Bob Wallace just getting by Josh Lowe. Let me see if I can get my computer to let me change the camera and follow something I want to follow. Does not appear to be the case, as I'm froze up again. Let's see if anything will move. What's good is my computer at home's running fine, and it's doing just the job it's supposed to do. So I'm glad of that. Eric Heater up front, on the point. 7-second lead over Morgan Teggy, who's currently in second place, but Morgan has not yet come in for fuel. How far can he go? About pretty close to about where he's at. He might have 2 or 3 more laps here in the 88 car in second spot. This is Morgan here. And we should be seeing him coming into the pit lane any time now. Coming around through the hairpin at turn 11. Down the front stretch. And when he's ready to go in the pits, right after he finishes that hairpin, he'll be diving down to the inside, because the entrance to pit lane is right after the hairpin. Very hippie corner. As he dives down here into turn 1. The hard left-hander. You got to stay. You'd think you could use the racetrack over there, but you remember when I said you had to stay over there when you're coming out of the pit lane? You have to stay to the right. You also cannot use that part of the track when you're not coming out of the pit lane. So it's almost as though there's a wall there, even though there's not a wall. So that's an interesting part of the racetrack, kind of tough to maneuver. If you go over the line, you get a time penalty. You cannot use that part of the track. It does allow you to make a better corner into turn 1, but not allowed. Not allowed. As Morgan, we see him catching Skylar now within a half a second of Skylar Vickery, who is in P10 at the moment. Morgan in second spot. We'll see if he's going to be coming in the pits. There he goes. He goes around Skylar quite easily. Didn't even really slow down there. 8 seconds the gap between Morgan and Eric Heater out in the front now. So Morgan is running some good laps. 112.1 are his laps. He's getting low on fuel, so the car's light. He's getting some good lap times in. Those are his best laps of the night. He just ran his fastest at a 112.10, and he just ran last lap was a 112.27. So he is really cooking. Ed Smith also just put down his best lap time with a 111.8, his quickest time, and he is actually that lap of 10th quicker than our leader, Eric Heater. Also, Will Edwards dropping a 112.4 just that last lap. These guys are really picking it up and learning the track here towards the mid to end of this race. Looks like they needed to get maybe some more practice laps in, maybe, to be able to keep up. Not sure. Eric Heater's still just ripping him off. Still in the 111s every lap. Out front by a bunch. We'll see if Morgan has to come in for fuel yet. Here he is coming around the hairpin. And continues motoring along. Of your top 5 and cars on the lead lap, he is the last one to pit. Everybody else has come in. Bob Wallace looks like he is going to be the next victim to Eric Heater. Bob currently just 4 seconds the gap. As we keep an eye on Morgan as well, see when he comes in the pit lane. Christian Bishop up to 4th position has gotten by Bob. Christian is 8 seconds to the good, ahead of P5 with Bob Wallace here in the 666. "13 laps to go after this one. Next time by for the leader, which is coming up about now. They're going through the carousel now. And he is gaining now the gap 3 seconds between the leader and Bob Wallace. Bob is P5. And Eric is going to have this field lapped here in no time because Morgan still has to pit. Of course, Ed is still 20 seconds back, but I think Christian now at a minute off the leader, he is probably going to fall victim as well, as you just see Bob Wallace let Christian, or let Christian Bishop, wait a minute. Yeah, he let Luke Peters go by. I don't know if he let anyone go by. Eric Heater now just 2 seconds behind. But Jason Chess in the mix here in P9 is right behind Bob in the red, white, and blue livery. And you can see the teal blue car of the leader right behind this pair. We'll see how this plays out. Now the gap 2.8. So looks like Bob had a decent lap last lap, running a 1:12.8. But there goes Eric with another 1:11.0, the fastest lap of the race so far. Just last lap for Eric. He is just on rails tonight. Morgan's still not in that pit lane. He still has not yet come in the 88 as he goes down past the start-finish line, down that front straight. He has only 10 more laps at the end of this lap to make that stop. He's got to make it. That will cause a DQ. I don't think you can make it the whole way on fuel. They said you needed to get to at least lap 11, and he is at that point right now. So can he even make it around to the pits again? We'll find out. Maybe Morgan has some fuel saving techniques, but you cannot fuel save all the way. The one pit stop is required. And I suspect we're going to see him in within the next lap or two. So the question we asked earlier in the race, who do we root for? Well, I think there's only one. And my little screen went big again. Come on, there we go. The clicks, single clicks, and double clicks are interesting, but Rexalot, I think the victor here is clear. We're hoping it might be different. It might be more exciting out here. As we see, Morgan Teggy has now come in the pit lane. He is now 20 seconds back from Ed Smith in second place. So Eric Heater out in front in the 28. Has just gotten by Bob Wallace. There's the P5 a lap down now. That has happened. And Ed Smith in the 605 here in the Chaparral is right behind Skylar Vickery. He's coming around through the carousel, goes around the outside, down into the hairpin to complete lap 40. The leaders on lap 41 of 49. Everybody in made their pit stop. Morgan Teggy, the last one to come in. He is now working his lap 40 down the back chute. That little flat section on the back on the top of the map there. You can see that's kind of like a back straight. Right before the carousel and the hairpin. And he finishes up his lap number 40. But I would say these three guys have the best chance, but the chance of anyone beating Eric today is falling away quickly. 21 seconds the gap to Ed Smith, 49 seconds back to third place Morgan Teggy, and Christian Bishop in fourth place has a chance now of holding on to the lead lap, but he is under pressure from our leader, now just 9 seconds behind. As you see Eric Heater in red on the relative screen, coming up behind, just past Theo Bishop, 8.9 seconds the difference, as Christian is being caught now, well, slowly. It was a little slowed him down a little bit, but Eric Heater coming up. Now, Christian only 12 seconds back of Morgan. Morgan did make his pit stop. That battle for third, that's a podium spot. Good points there for P3. If Christian can hang on, it looks to me like Morgan is holding his own. 12 seconds the gap there. We'll keep an eye on that one. Christian is going to have to do some pretty fast laps. And, hey, look, he is doing some pretty fast laps. A 1:12.0 that time by. But once again, our leader, Eric Heater, drops another fastest lap of the race. Just last lap, throwing down a 1:10.9. So if he wasn't already too fast, or fast enough, you might say, he is now even faster. Fuel loads get light. He's got that fresh set of tires from the tire change at halfway, and with just 7 laps this time by, 7 to go this time by, these guys are just flying. So, as we watch Eric, switch over to this little bunch of cars going through here. This is the leader in the mix of this. Eric Heater just out in front of this group. Oh no, he's quite a ways in front of this group. My bad. They're just some back markers riding around together. That is Luke, Theo, and Bob. Luke in the 8th position tonight. Not going to do a repeat on the historic F1 from Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen, much more familiar to Luke Peters, but his teammate Eric Heater out there at Eric Heater Racing, these guys have it down, man. Eric has this track solved. Yeah, absolutely true. Absolutely true. Yeah, he is definitely the one to beat here tonight. The 111s just keep on coming, you know. I mean, Morgan is also running 111s as well as Christian. That is our battle for the third spot on the podium. That's where the action is. Can Christian Bishop catch him? Can he gain enough? He's still just 11 seconds, almost 12 seconds back. Not really much of a gain here, and just a handful of laps to go. And only, let's see, Christian's still holding on to that 1 minute, 1 second. He's still got that 9-second gap over the leader, Eric Heater. We'll see if he can stay 9 seconds. Look like he's holding his own with a 1:11.9 that time by. But Eric's lap again, a 1:11.6, 0.3 faster again. The 50-50 split strategy looks like it was the way to go. Eric and Christian both used that strategy, but to no avail for Christian trying to catch up to that P3 spot. Still over 11 seconds and not a lot of laps left. We've got 6 to go. 5 more this time by as they come around the hairpin. And we are getting to the close of this one. That wasn't the hairpin. That was the fountain as they go through now through the back section. Let's see if there's anything else going on the racetrack. Josh Lowe. This is for position. Just 2 seconds the gap between Josh Lowe and Will Edwards. Josh in the John Player special paint. Nope. Nope, that's Ed. Wow, yeah, Racing. Let me spin my head around 3 times to figure out where you're going here. This is Ed Smith in the Pennzoil Chaparral paint. He's getting by Luke Peters. Here's the battle for 6th, right here, 1.6 seconds. Let's see if we can stick with this one. But we are getting down to the end of this one. This is getting down to the wire. We might need to stay on our leaders. He's pretty much all by himself out there. Running the fast laps. A 1:12.1 last time by. Everybody in the 1:12s that time. And our fastest lap again, Eric Heater. Eric working lap 46 of 49 as he's down the back chute. 3 to go this time by for him as he goes down through the right-hander and then over to the carousel, through the hairpin and across the start-finish line. He'll just need 3 more times. 3 more times around, and if he can keep it clean, this is all his, and commandingly all his. Eric Heater putting on the clinic tonight in the historic Formula One cars. This Lotus 79 treating him exactly the way he wanted. Ed Smith, 25 seconds the gap. And then another 28 back to Morgan. Christian Bishop, last car in the lead lap in P4, a minute and 3 back. He's only 6 seconds, 8 seconds it shows, off the leader on the relative. A little bit of good camber there on turn 6. Driving through turn 6, it's a little bit more than 90 degrees, but it's got a good camber to it, and you can really get on the gas on the exit of turn 6. But if you get too far wide, there's a patch of concrete or asphalt that really throw your car around. So I'm sure with these guys, they have to watch that carefully. 2 to go for our leader, Eric, as he comes by the line now. Just 2 more times around, 2 more circuits for Eric Heater. He has got this one in the bag. 7 seconds behind. Christian coming to him. Christian is coming to him. 4 seconds now. Something happened there to Christian Bishop with just 2 to go. I don't think Christian's going to be happy about that one. We will not have time before the end of the race to go back and get that replay. But Christian definitely not happy with that. So just finishing up here, we've got our leader going around the backstretch right now through turn 8. And he's going to come across to get the white flag this time by as he dives into turn 9 through the carousel, through the hairpin. One more time. Can he keep it clean? He's run a perfect race so far. No errors, no problems. Perfect pit stop. Got the tires. Kept it going. And here he is crossing the line with 1 to go. And he is now just 4 seconds behind Christian. Looks like Christian's going to hold on for staying on the lead lap. I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but if he does stay on the lead lap, it does look like he's going to be able to do that. As we watch Eric go through the fountain section one more time. Lap 49 of 49 through turn 4. And then the off camber turn 5. That one's very treacherous. Oh, as you see him, wow, you see the correction. You see that positive lock on the steering wheel. That was insane. With the last lap, he's still pushing hard. His last lap around was a 1:11.4. He is all over this. So, yeah, putting on the clinic, the show, the class, whatever you want to call it. It is Eric Heater night here at Procraft Formula One. I want to do a shout out here from the Bigg Wizurd TV camp as we finish this one up. Thanks to Bigg Wizurd TV and Stair Fittings Incorporated and Grandpa's Kitchen. But here he goes, crosses the line. You can see him come across now. He's got plenty of time to do a little show Little song and dance, spin it sideways, whatever he wants. Eric Heater has just won the Long Beach Historic Grand Prix with Procraft Formula One. Great job. What a great job for Eric. That is just intense. Some great driving out there. We'll switch over to Ed Smith and watch him come across the line. Morgan Teggy is next on the group in the 88 car. As we see Ed going across. Here comes Morgan still. This shows you the gap, you know. I mean, he's still in that backstretch section before he even gets to the right hand or before the carousel. I mean, it's just amazing the show put on tonight by Eric Heater. We've got to get him in the booth tonight to talk to him. He was just all over the place with this one. What a victory. Great win for Eric. Here comes Morgan for P3. Last car on the lead lap. Let's go back. We got plenty of time. Let's go back to Christian Bishop, who is currently coming down the front stretch now. There he goes. Across the line, and that is the top four. Those guys were the ones on the lead lap, and that was amazing. That was quite the race. I'm going to try to leave this on our leader. They should be coming around and parking the cars on the front stretch. Eric there doing a little camera show. Got to get the sponsors in for his Tim and his teammate there, Luke. Eric obviously had a little bit better night than his teammate did tonight. So let's try to get these guys into the booth and do a little chat with them, see how everybody's doing. See if I can get this to work. This part I should be able to figure out. I don't know if he'll let me move him or not. I can move him. We'll see if they go to the waiting room. Let's see if we can get him down here and have a little chat. You should see if you can see the Discord chat. Eric Heater throws down an "I'm back" Terminator screen while Luke Peters is crying his eyes out. This is great stuff. Great stuff. Well, what a win! What a victory! What a race all around. Just throwing down the times tonight. Ed with a great second place finish, and Morgan with P3. These guys should be lining up here for the photo shoot. There's number one. Oh, nope, they're off track. They didn't. I don't think that means what you think it means. Apparently, it's not what I thought. So we'll leave this on whoever's still on track, which is nearly no one. And we'll see if we can get the guys down here. Hey, there he is. Hey, guys, this is Ron in the broadcast booth, Bigg Wizurd TV. Man, what a show you guys put on. I'll tell you what, Eric, I don't know what you drank tonight. But that was a clinic, man. Everybody just went to school tonight, and you were the professor. That was incredible to watch.
Yeah, thanks. I wasn't really sure if I was going to be able to even really start the race. My power went out just like 5 minutes to go left in practice or so. It was, and it came back on just before qualifying. So luckily I was able to get back in. I was really looking forward to this race. I just bought the track a couple days ago. I was testing it out and it was a lot of fun. So I was really looking forward to it. I'm glad to be able to get the win. It's a shame that Peters had a tough race, but he got the win last week, or not last week. Sorry, the last historic race. So
yeah, he did. Yeah, that man. I'll tell you what. We're gonna change the title of this video, and I have to post it, calling Eric Heater throws a clinic at Long Beach. I mean that was incredible. I mean you were running in the 111s. Before anybody else could even get close to him. Your qualifying time, I believe, was a 110. And you did drop a 110 during the race, the fastest lap of the race. Just unbelievable. All the way around. super clean, super great race, and just no errors. That's what did it tonight. So good job, congratulations.
Thanks. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Ed picks up the P2 tonight. Nice run for Ed. You know, I was wondering, Ed, if you were, I think you were trying to, play the tire game, see if you could get a little advantage, see if you could gain anything on him, but just didn't work out tonight. But still a P2 on the podium. Solid finish for you coming back from a couple weeks. Was it last week? I don't think we saw you last week.
Pretty much just doing the historic season this year. And yeah, I'm very happy with this result. The tire strategy worked pretty much how I wanted it to. The goal was to have lots of runtime on low fuel and decent tires. And that worked out. I didn't have Eric's pace, but solid second otherwise.
Yeah, it was definitely a good performance. It was good to watch. You did get the lead when Eric pit a little earlier than you did, so you had the point for a little while. But it just seemed like the race came to you. Everything's smooth. A couple other people had some incidents, and you took advantage. So good job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and then Morgan on the podium. It's second week in a row on the podium. Not bad.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm just thrilled to survive the start.
That was interesting. It was interesting. You never know. At Long Beach, it's bumpy, right? I mean, it's the track. It's concrete. It's bumpy. It's not a new track. Street circuits are always bumpy. But I was watching everybody as you guys are going into turn one, and I'm thinking, man, can they get it? Can they 2 or 3 side by sides? And everybody seemed to go through it. It wasn't until the fountain that everybody started bouncing off each other. So seemed to work out pretty good for you, though.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it. I think Eric and I went for the same gap right at the beginning. That's just one of those things. And then I'm glad everybody behind me was with it, because I could have easily collected at least 2 people. So just thrilled not to kick off some catastrophic event right at the start.
Well, it was a solid run. I was pretty excited watching you guys. You obviously, when somebody goes into the pit, I was watching the pit times, and Eric ended up he just gobbled everybody up. I mean, there was nothing anybody else could do with that. But I was watching your pit times, and Ed was getting close, and I was thinking, is he going to be able to, get back out in front? And Ed did, of course, get back out in front of you on the pit exchange. But you went really long. You went, I think it was nearly 41 laps on your fuel. So running real light at the end, and got those tires at the end, running good lap times, but just too far back to make any gains. So, but good race, everybody. It was a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully the stream works out. I am remote tonight, so I don't have hardly any control over what I'm seeing on the screen. So I hope it works out and the stream still looks good. But I definitely know that the top 3 put on a good show, and it's definitely the Eric Heater Clinic at Long Beach tonight. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate you guys coming down to the booth here and chatting with me for a minute. I'm going to jump back up in the old booth there, and we'll talk to you guys on the next one. All right. Well, that is going to be it for our interviews. Appreciate all the guys for coming down and chatting with me. As always, from Bigg Wizurd TV, this is Ron saying, do not race on the road, race on the track. If you don't have a track, then race here with us. iRacing.com, great place to go. You can join the league, Procraft Formula 1 iRacing series. There's also lots of other leagues. You can catch all the action on Bigg Wizurd TV. That's tv.bigwizurd.com. Want another big shout out here right before we close it down for our sponsors, Stair Fittings Incorporated and grandpaskitchen.com. This is the Procraft Formula 1 series, and this is Ron, the Bigg Wizurd TV. Good night, everybody. Be safe. We'll see you on the next one.